here and welcome everyone to the SUCCESSFIT team call and pass it on over to Jody, who everyone probably knows Jody. She is a star diamond on the team, which is an amazing rank and pretty close to that 2-star level, which is huge. And she's got a great growing team, and I'm going to pass it on over. Off you go.
Thank you, Julia.
No problem.
Okay, hi guys. I maybe you're like, oh, the challenge tracker app, great. Okay. I really didn't pay a lot of attention to it when it first came out, and I don't know. I heard Bria saying at some point, I'm doing my next challenge group, but I'm going to use the app. And I thought, okay, Jody, just spend 10 minutes, find out what it's about. I don't know why I resist doing something new, but I think we are smart to go where the technology leads us, and having a legitimate app that your challengers use to track their workouts every day, their Shakeology, all their measurements, their weight, their photo, if they are willing to put it in. I think it creates a little more buy-in from them. It seems a little more sophisticated of a system than the Facebook group. So I have a group, we're in about our 3rd week, and then I have a new group in prep week that I'm using the challenge tracker app for right now. So far, so good. So I just wanted to first just go over what I think the pros of using this is. And I know like we're used to using Facebook, so that seems like it doesn't take a lot of time. What I like about the app, again, that it's outside of Facebook, which means that if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can download the app for free as a challenger. So if you have someone that isn't into Facebook, maybe you found them on Instagram, or maybe you work with them somewhere else, or they're your neighbor, everybody has Facebook, so this is a little more inclusive. Again, I really love that they can do their own tracking. It prompts them every day to track their Shakeology and their workout, which I think is awesome. It also prompts them to provide all those measurements and things, so there's no skipping anything. It also gives the challengers insights, so they can click on the insight button and see their progress in a graph, which is kind of cool, to see how many workouts they've done, how much they're participating. Probably a handy tool if you have someone who's not getting a lot of results either. You can sort of look back and see where maybe things went off a little bit. I think it's a great way to get people who love technology into fitness. Sometimes there needs to be another connector for someone to want to try something new like this, a challenge group, I mean. And so I know for my husband, he's been using the challenge tracker app. There was no chance he was going to participate in a Facebook group, but he's using the challenge tracker app. He's a dude, he's a software guy, he loves technology. So I think that could open up your audience even a little bit, or your community as a coach. A new feature that was just added today is that you can add another coach to the coach side of the experience. So I'm going to show you the videos that Beachbody made. I was going to make my own, and I thought that's done. They made 2 perfectly good tutorials, and I'm going to make you watch them so you can see that this is really actually very awesome. I first thought, oh, I have to download this app for myself because I'm going to run the challenge group in there. As a coach, we have a portal that we go to build the group and to post every day. That's your main spot where you do most of your work. The challengers download the app. Now, you will also go into the app as a coach/challenger, and you can participate with them and log your workouts and log your Shakeology and be a really great example for everyone in the group. You can schedule posts. This is huge, because if you don't want to buy a Hootsuite account and you have a like page, you can schedule on your like page, and you can schedule your posts inside as many groups as you want inside the coach portal for the challenge tracker app. So I'll just repeat that in case you didn't hear me. Free scheduling of posts to groups with the challenge tracker app and coach portal. That could save you a lot of money. For me, I'm kind of like a cat and a flashlight, and too many things coming at me with Facebook, with messages and groups and everything. I feel like I'm better focused on my groups when I'm in the coach portal. outside of Facebook and all those other things trying to grab my attention. You can message from there as well. So you can use that to communicate with your challengers, which is handy. All of the Beachbody Challenge Group scripts for all of the Beachbody programs are also inside the coach portal. So I don't use them all the time, but when I'm using a new program that I'm not so familiar with, I might use them. I might pick and choose. Sometimes I go into the Shakeology coach challenge group script and borrow information and graphics about Shakeology when I want to do a Shakeology post one day. So it's handy. Everything's right in there. Let's see what else. Okay, that's all I want to say about it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to show you a little video on how the challengers experience with the app works and everything that they can do for that. I'm going to just check this question. So is the portal an app too, or is that in the COO? Good question, Sabrina. The coach portal, you can just go to mychallengetracker.com, or you can get it inside Beachbody, or you can go to the App Store and see all of this. What I did was I went to the website and then I saved it to my homepage on my phone, Sabrina. So I'm just going to do a screen share here. Sorry guys, I'm kind of new to all of this. Okay, screen share.
Great, Jody. This is great.
Oh, thanks.
Screen share. I'll just say, yeah, the easiest thing that I found was I downloaded the app to my phone because that's how like we access it every day. But in order to create a group, you have to go to the coach portal, which is a website, and Larissa just posted it. And it looks like Jody will probably share us a video here, but you create your group and then you send out an invite to your people, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
The invites haven't always been working. So, I mean, I've been doing it now. I've run at least 2 groups on it. The invites don't always work. So I always reach out to my people to make sure that they receive the invite because some of them haven't. And then I just send them or I resend the invite if by chance it works, or I just send them their password. And then I say, download the app to your phone. And then if you don't see it on your phone, then use this password and they always get in. But just FYI, some people haven't received it.
Is it because you're using an address that's different than their Beachbody email?
I use the email address that I converse with them. Some people have been like, oh, I can't get on. And it's because they have various email addresses. So I just let them know, hey, I use whatever your Gmail account. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they get on.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, them not receiving the invite, I've been checking like FAQs to see if anybody else has ever had this issue, but I've had it for a couple months.
Oh, okay, good to know. The only thing I've heard about that is that you have to use the email address that they used with their Beachbody account. I did have one that didn't go through, but we worked it out. So thank you, Larissa, that's good to know. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you the little app tutorial. Just again, think about this as a tool even. When you're talking to someone about a challenge group, send them this video so they can see how the app works. I think people love technology, and I watch this and think about you're someone who's thinking about joining a challenge group, and you don't know really what a challenge group is, but you know that you need to do something.
What is My Challenge Tracker? It's an app created by Team Beachbody to help keep you accountable, along with your coach, as you go through your challenge group. The app is available on both iOS and Android devices. Through this app, you can check in daily to log your workouts in Shakeology, as well as your weight measurements, upload daily photos and notes, and communicate with your coach and your group via a Facebook-style wall. You'll receive an email from your coach with the link to download the app. Or you can download the app directly at mychallengetrackerapp.com. It's important to note that you must first be invited by a coach in order to log in. Once you've downloaded the app, you can log in using your Team Beachbody account credential if you have one, and if you don't, you can create one. Once you've logged in, you'll see a welcome screen with your challenge group name as well as your coach's name. Then just click on the Get Started button. On the next few screens, you'll be asked for information that will help create your profile. If you don't want to fill these out right now, you have the option to skip and complete them later. Next, you'll be directed to the home screen. If the group hasn't started yet, you'll see the group start date displayed at the top of the page. If you want to complete your profile, just click on View Checklist and add your photos, measurements, weight, and goals. You won't be able to track or log your activity until your group starts. However, you will be able to see messages from your coach, join group discussions, and change your privacy settings. Your best results will come if your coach can see all of your activity, so they can help guide and support you. So sharing details with them is truly ideal. If you want to adjust your settings, click on the 3-line icon in the upper left corner of the screen. This is also where you can view and switch between groups if you belong to more than one. Make sure to enable push notifications for activity or reminders in Settings. To pick which specific notifications you want to have pushed, click on Notifications. Also, make sure you turn on reminders in the Settings page. Once the challenge group starts, you can log your Shakeology or your workout from the home screen by simply clicking on the Add Shakeology or Add Workout icon. You can also add notes and photos and publish your activity to the group feed. While you can only track one workout a day, the Notes section is a great place to log any additional workouts. You can also log activity by clicking on the plus icon at the bottom of the screen. If you missed logging any of your activities, simply click on the plus icon and add it. You can either swipe your screen to the left to access previous dates, or click on the activity, click on the date in the upper right corner, and scroll on the bottom to find the date you're looking for. If you logged your Shakeology or created a workout by mistake, click the trash icon in the lower left corner. From the home screen, you can click on the calendar icon to see a monthly view of your activity and add or edit past activity. You can see your coach's latest post from the home screen. And if you want to view the entire group discussion, select the Group tab at the bottom of your screen. From the Group tab, you can also post a message, share a photo or a YouTube link, and you can like or comment on others' posts. At the top of the group feed, you can access the Group Info and Files page. There you can view all participants and any files your coach may have posted for the group. Remember, you can always contact your coach directly at any time by email or by tagging them in the group feed. If you want to filter your posts, select the down arrow next to All Posts. This will give you the option to choose Coach Posts or My Posts. To track your progress, click on the person icon at the bottom of the screen. Under Progress, you can see a chart of your logged workouts and Shakeology consumption, progress photos, measurements, and weight logged by date. Under Activity, you'll see a complete list of all your activities in chronological order. To view your notifications, click on the bell icon at the bottom of the screen to see if anyone has commented or liked any of your posts. You can also get a direct message from your coach. You can change what you see here for each of your groups by clicking on the gear icon in the upper right-hand corner. When your challenge group is over, you can view your progress and add your final photo and weight. That's it. It's quick and easy to get set up. Use the My Challenge Tracker app along with your coach to help keep you accountable to help you reach your goals. Keep pushing play and enjoy.
Okay, so what do you guys think? That's the, hold on. I'm gonna stop share for a minute. So Larissa, you've been using it. Are you enjoying it?
I love it. I hopped on it when it first came out, and I tried to run my first challenge group alongside because I was worried using the app alone and not using Facebook. So I ran it on Facebook and on the app at the same time, and never ever do that because your mind goes like in two places, and your challengers will comment in the app, and then some of them will comment in Facebook. So they're not actually like, it's like not like they're really doing the challenge together. So that was my big mistake. So either go in all in on Facebook or go all in on the app. Don't try to do them both at the same time. So that my first one was a flop.
I would be concerned about, like, some people just don't want another thing to have to log on to. And I kind of, that's my hesitation, is like, you already have so many different media platforms, and then this on top of everything. Do you have people that are like, no, I don't want to use that?
I've never had anybody say that. They all love it. I have had the problem, though, that people don't have a smartphone. I've had one lady not have a smartphone, and she had previously been in a Facebook group, and she's like, you're not going to run it on Facebook? And I was like, no. I mean, I'm not a fan of Facebook anyway, so I'm not like super connected to running groups like that. But my people love like My Fitness Pal and like all those other little fitnessy app things. So they're app people. So when they get to like log their workouts and log their shakes, so many people are posting pictures of selfies drinking their shakes in my challenge tracker. I never got that on the Facebook groups. I mean, you get it when it's like, hey, it's like Thirsty Thursday, and post your, drinking your shake. They literally post a picture of them drinking their shake like every day.
Is the engagement, like, among the group still the same
They're
dynamic?
not talking as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. No, they're talking. My people are talking. It's the same. I'd say better in all ways for me.
Do you know if it's available on a tablet if somebody doesn't have a smartphone? Because I just had that come up. I had pretty much everybody signed up, and there was the one girl, and I was like, hey, why haven't she? Because we're starting on Monday, and she said, I don't have a cell phone. Like, she doesn't have a cell phone, period, let alone a smartphone. But she has a tablet. Do you know if the app is downloadable to that? Does anybody?
I feel like it would be, because isn't like the tablet, like an iPad, just an extension of an iPhone? It has all the same
some apps are not compatible.
That's a good question. It looks like Sabrina's going to check it out for us. Thank
Okay.
you.
I've never had that question.
I haven't had anyone complain about it either. I've had one person do Facebook group and now this, but it's too early to say what she prefers. I don't really present the two options. I just sort of say this is how we do it. I think we have a lot of competition with Fitbits and My Fitness Pal and all those other apps too. I think this puts us on a different playing field. You know, we have an app too and a coach. It's not just the technology support that you might take to the gym. You're also going to get people in there, which is a social aspect of an app that I think is cool. I also think I sometimes feel like my challengers ignore the Facebook group because Facebook is really busy and crazy. And I agree, Erica, like people want to streamline. I think by taking this and putting it by itself, when it's something they want to focus on, I think they might appreciate that.
Is it easier, like, you know, when you people do a round one and like we want to do round two and then they're all quiet, is this easier for them to continue on their own?
No, you have to have a group open.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. So you either, it has to be like,
they can't use the app like after they're done. It has to be.
Right. It has to be logged in with a coach.
Okay.
The other thing that is really important to note, because I kind of let
almost
everybody into my groups and anybody, and like even if they've never purchased anything from me. So those people that if they, for example, want to join, but they've never purchased anything from Beachbody at all, like if they signed up for just like a free basic membership with you, they won't be able to get on the app. They have to do the 30-day trial. So basically Beachbody has to have their credit card. So they can sign up for the 30-day trial and cancel, and that's fine. Or if they've ever bought anything from you, then that's fine. But otherwise, if Beachbody doesn't have their credit card, they're not able to get into your group.
Oh, wow.
So, because I had a couple situations last year, it was like a girl already had 21-day fix, and like, so she'd signed up with a free basic membership with me, and she was going to come into the app, and then she ended up calling them because it was my first time running it, and I had no idea what was going on, and they basically said to her, like, if you give us your credit card number, we'll let you get into the app. And she was like, she was a bit sketched out by it, but I said, like, don't worry, I'll remind you to cancel after the 30 days if you don't want to continue with Beachbody On Demand, whatever. So she ended up doing it, and she loves the app. So
nice.
Yeah.
So how did she have 21-day fix if she hadn't ever purchased it?
So many, I run into a lot of people that have it already. Either they get it off other people, they buy it on Kijiji, they buy it on Amazon. Like,
Bootleg.
I feel like everybody and anybody has one of the Beachbody programs already.
I have
a girl that downloads.
It's not something like new that I'm offering, because a lot of them are like, oh, well, I have that already. Can I just join your group? And so, yeah.
Sure. Welcome to my volunteer center.
I keep going back and forth on my opinion about this, but then I'm just like, you know what? Like, now this month again, I'm just like, whatever. Anybody can be in. I don't care. Like, I just want a big group. So I figured I'm putting up the post anyways. What goes around comes around.
Yeah. That's interesting. I haven't come across that yet. So that's something to think about. I mean, I don't know how far I could bend to help someone who's like, I mean, I want to help them, but maybe then I would just put that person in my free group, which I might keep on Facebook, just because, I'd have to keep my free groups on Facebook, right? Unless they're customers. Okay, so that would be my solution. I would say what I offer my free, and I have said that actually. I had a friend who had 21 Day Fix, and I had her in my group, and then she wanted to do PIO, and I invited her, and then she said, oh, I had that one too. And so she seemed to have everything. And so I said, well, you know what? I've had her in 3 groups, and I had talked to her one-on-one a million times. Finally, I said, I had to create a boundary for myself that I was comfortable with, because it was going on for months and months. And I offered her a free group, and she wanted what she was getting out of the challenge group. And she ended up unfriending me, unfortunately. But I felt like I had given enough. Because she was also, it's a long story. Anyway, some people you just have to let them go, right? Otherwise, that would be how I would handle that. I would invite them to a free group.
Can I, sorry to interrupt, Jody, but I'm really glad you did this call about the app, because it was last summit that they told us they were going to come out with this, and then it officially launched out to elite coaches in February, I think, and then the end of February, everyone had access. I mean, I am getting to be Beachbody old here, so it's hard for me to want to change. Like, everybody knows how, change can be really hard, but I certainly see the value in the app. So it's, I'm adjusting to it. I ran my first group, and I think that I will definitely do another one. But I find it hard having to move and do like my free groups and everything, and obviously co-coaching, because I love to co-coach with new coaches. But that was a really big win today when we found out that now we can co-coach these groups through the app. So that's really exciting. I just wanted to ask, because I know, Katie, I'm going to put you on the spot, but I don't know if anyone else on the call, but I remember you saying that, and you said in the comments, this has been like, this is all you've ever used. You didn't do a Facebook group. So I'd love to just hear your whole experience with it, and maybe why you think it would be better than a Facebook group, if you don't mind.
No, so that's all I've ever known was this. I did one group with Larissa on Facebook, and then I did another group when I first started off as a coach on the app. She's like, oh, you got to try this. So I did it, and because I had a couple people, like neighbors that weren't on Facebook, so I was like, oh, perfect, I can do this. So I really liked it, and I love that I can create all the posts, schedule them so that they all arrive at 6 a.m. on the next day, so that it's all done, and everybody really likes it. Like, I've had people from my first group want to keep going, and so somebody in one of the calls somewhere had said, you just keep inviting everybody along until they say stop. So that's what I did. I invited everybody from my first challenge group to my second one so that they could continue tracking. So my second group is a lot bigger, and they're not necessarily as active, like commenting, but they're still there. They're still tracking their Shakeology and their workouts. And then if something really sparks, they'll like or comment, kind of thing. But I don't know. I really liked it. I like that it's convenient. I like that I can see on my phone. I don't have to go onto Facebook and log on to different pages and different things to see what's going on. It's all right there on my phone on like my front page.
Can you load videos up? Like, I do a lot of videos. Yeah. You can. Okay.
Yeah. From YouTube videos, you can do pictures.
Oh, you have to do it. You have to put on YouTube first.
Yeah. Does it have to go through YouTube? It does, doesn't it?
Yes. You can't just do it from your computer.
Like you can't do it from your phone and
No.
let's see, that's what I like about Facebook. It's like in the morning, it takes me 2 seconds to post to my group. I just do a quick video and live video even and done. I don't know. It's going to be a tough sell for me.
Well,
You just have to be more organized and just get it all done at one time and then not think about it.
I don't have time for that. Oh my goodness.
See, but this is where I think you might think this is going to take longer. I don't know. Like, you can Sunday sit down and be like, okay, here are my posts for the week. I'm going to.
It honestly took me 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes. I just loaded everything up the other day. I have everything on a document. I just loaded it all up. I had the pictures, 30 minutes.
I don't know. And I don't really know about, do you guys all like pre-schedule your posts? I just feel like that's so not really going with the flow of a challenge group. Like challenge group people, like things change, topics come up. Like I change my posts, what I think I'm going to talk about, it changes from day to day depending on what the topics that come up in conversation. I don't know about that.
I would add a second post. If something comes up, I add a second post like that night.
Okay.
But I have scheduled posts because I want to introduce a product, or I want to like talk about coaching or something. So those ones are all planned.
Okay.
And then if something comes up, like I throw in, like I saw like a cool video on YouTube and I wanted to throw it in that night just for like, oh my gosh, look at these awesome ingredients in Shakeology. This is what I'm doing on Friday night. Like I posted it in my group.
The day that Prince died, I uploaded a Prince song and it was just like, okay, ladies, here's a Prince song, workout for the whole time, don't care what you do, but just do an ad bonus like for Prince.
Yeah.
You can just add things along and it would just pop up as like an activity has happened on the group. Okay,
so it's not like you lose like that. I don't know. I guess Katie, you haven't done a group on Facebook, but I feel like the Facebook group has like a, I don't know. It's
There's
intimate.
A wall here. There's a wall, Erica.
It's the same. Yeah.
Just inside of the app. What I was going to say about pre-booking, I don't usually schedule my posts, Erica. I usually fly by the seat of my pants every morning, which is a pain in the ass. And I haven't planned my posts because I didn't feel like getting into Hootsuite and I didn't want to pay for a bigger account. So I think even if you go week to week, like Larissa, if it's Sunday, let's say, and she books them, schedules them for the week, you can still keep it current. You know what I mean? Like adjust it for the week. I don't post a lot of videos in my groups, but my plan for this is to have a hidden section in my YouTube channel that are videos that I put in my challenge groups, such as my why video before we begin and how to blend Shakeology. And so those will be standards that will go into a new challenge group every month, and they'll just be already uploaded in YouTube. I'll just pull them down as I need them. And you just need the link, which is great. I don't know. I think this could evolutionize the challenge group. And again, like from a challenger's perspective, I feel like I remember when I was in high school, I worked in a flower shop and the designer was like, you never want to be a basement bed. You never want your arrangement to look like you did it in your basement and you learned how to do it in your basement. And I don't want to look like a basement Betty coach. And so sometimes when I look at my challenge group in Facebook and I see that these people really, there's no real requirement for them to do anything. There's no prompt unless I ask them every single day, please post a selfie. Please tell me if you drank your Shakeology. And I mean, for me, my challenge groups have been getting a little quiet and dull, so I knew I needed to shake things up a little bit. This prompts them to do that for you. I feel like it just makes it all seem more professional, more like a real service, and just more legit. And again, it puts us on a level playing field with all the other apps people are using. Like, I have a great person that I've been inviting to challenge groups for a while and even to coach. And she's a Nike fan, and she uses the Nike app for all her workouts. So this gives me a comparable tool to show her why she can do the same kind of tracking and get the same versatility with the app, with Beachbody.
I have a suggestion for Erica. So, Erica, you've got a bunch of us coaches doing the 3-day refresh.
Yeah.
Why don't you try tracker for that?
Yeah.
And then it's just us. It's not like it's going out to your people.
I like it.
Yeah, and then just try it, and
Great idea.
that's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabrina. I'm going to do it.
And
I will
Bria,
mute now.
Larissa just suggested that maybe I do the asylum one that way too. So I think I will, because
Oh, yeah.
that's what I was going to say.
one thing that I've learned in this journey is that, like, we're not all one size fits all coaches. So I think it's okay if you find that this isn't the best thing for you and the way you roll as a coach. I think that's okay. But I think because it's coming from corporate and it is a really powerful tool, I think it's really key that we get a chance to try it out, that we get into it, we give it a go a couple times, and then you decide what works best for you, and then you go, right? I think that's what I have learned in this journey, because what works for me doesn't necessarily work for other coaches. And you tend to attract the people who are like you, right? So I think you'll find that if it works for you and you believe in it and you're excited about it, then it'll do the same for the people that are there. But yeah, it's a fascinating tool for sure. And I'm sure it's only going to get better, right? I have a feeling they might get to the point where you can just upload video. I bet that they'll get there. And it's nice to see I don't see why we couldn't do a free group that way either, right? Like as long as you're, because you just said, Carla, because they have to
have a paid
account. Okay.
One more question, maybe Larissa, if you've done these, does it, like the people that say they want to do a second or third round, does it prevent them or make them more accountable and less crickety in their group? Like they have to be a little more accountable and post, like at least log their stuff? Like, does it make them
do like they enjoy, they get used to logging it in the first round?
Is it like you can see everyone else's has logged and you haven't logged yours? Like if that's visible or not
only
really?
if they choose it that way, right? Like it's not required by people, and it's not required by them to be public about it either. They can choose to have it be public.
I go in and I check like in my portal to see who's been logging and who hasn't.
Okay.
But I don't know how to co-coach using it. I haven't.
They just added that.
It's just today, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how that, like maybe when you sign up maybe when you go to create a new group, it'll ask you. I have no idea how to do that.
I'm just trying to share the screen again, and I'll show you where it is.
Thanks.
Here we go. No probs. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, coach admins.
Mm-hmm.
Add their email address, add them. And then they can go into their own portal and they will see
Your invite.
just like this. Yeah. Another cool thing, guys, is when you want to do a new group, you can add all the people and their names. You can even get your invite ready, and you can wait to send it out. So like on the Thursday before, or whatever day you decide is the right time to send it to everyone. Just a tidy place to keep track of who's going in that group. With Facebook, you have to invite them and then they see everything. So this way you can have it all ready to go and just like send invites when you feel the time is right, which I think is really handy. But I thought if you want, I can just show you quickly how I do this. Or how you'll do this. 21-day summer slim down. Start date. I start the date on the start of prep week. Is that what you've been doing, Larissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 28 days. Select the program. So if you say multi-program, your challengers can pick whatever program they want. So, I mean, a lot of times you have people using more than one program, so that's pretty handy. Or you can be very specific. Upload a great image. I also, in my Facebook like page, I'm going to start creating events for my groups, my free groups and my challenge groups. And I'm going to just use the same, cover photo, image in both places. Then they'll recognize it when they get there. Your little description, and then you add your people. It's very, very, very simple. So that's it. You guys will figure that out. And where we just watched that video, there's also a tutorial for using the coach portal, guys. So check that out as well.
That's awesome, Jody. And I know that, I don't know if you go into your online office and scroll down to the bottom, the FAQ is there. And you that's where I always find my information too. So if you want to find out more, I'm sure you'll get anything you need if you just put in like coach tracker or something.
Yes. Love the FAQs. They have so much information.
They do. That was great, Jody. Thank you. I feel like I'm more excited to give it another try because my last one, which is wrapping up, is pretty crickety. So I think I need to give it another go myself. Does anyone else have any questions on it for Jody or anyone before we close?
I just want to say one quick thing about Jody was saying, like, you usually start it on during the prep week, Jody?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been starting mine on like day one, but it's kind of cool. Like the reason why I like doing it, I never really thought to start it during prep week was because like when they go to their app and log in, like when I go to log in, it'll be like, your group is starting. It gives them a countdown every day. Your group is starting in 3 days, but I still post every day, but it kind of gives them that like mental.
You still get that.
Counted down.
You still get that if you do a prep week and the start date. Like mine doesn't start till Monday, and I'm doing a countdown now. It starts in 5 days, but I'm still posting in there.
Yes, I still post, but I mean, I don't set the start date until the actual start date. But I think Jody was saying she starts it on the prep week.
I included the prep week because I thought I had to.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, you can still post. That's what I was trying to say. You can still post the week before it starts, or anytime before it starts.
Good. Awesome.
So I'm in prep week and it's still saying like 5 days till your challenge group starts. And
I didn't know. I was the same as you, Jody. I was doing this.
So
they only have to log their stuff.
Well, I have someone who's done 2 workouts and we're on day 3. I just figured they're keeners. Good for you. Well, I hope that was helpful, guys. I know I'm terrible for starting new things. I really wait too long sometimes. So I thought I was just going to dive in, and I found it helpful. So I thought it might benefit some of you as well. So
last thing, sorry, Jody, I typed the question because I didn't want to forget it. But when you message people through the app, they can't message you back, can they?
Yeah, they can.
I think so. I think I've had a few not answer me back. I figured they just lost track of it. So
it's like my challengers were trying to reply and they couldn't. So they would just go to Facebook and send me a message.
They have to do @ and then use your name.
But then that's posting it like.
No. It goes to your email that you have, because I've emailed people through it. So it goes to your email.
It has to be either email or text on your phone. You can't actually.
When they reply back, it's not through the portal. It's through your email address that you've signed up as the coach.
Have people been able to reply to you in the portal, Jody? Like, is there something I'm missing is what I'm wondering.
Let me double check now. I'm not sure. I tend to go back to whatever place we normally communicate. Sometimes it's text. I have one that's always texting me. One that likes Facebook Messenger. So I tend to, I had sent some messages and didn't get too far. Let me see. Let me see if anyone answered me inside of here. Amanda, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know that I have received any messages back now that you asked that. Do you send messages?
Okay. Yeah, I tried to send like a follow-up with everybody. Like I do it once a week, and I tried to do like one like whole shot, and then a bunch of people replied to me, but like through Facebook or through email, they're like, sorry, I don't know how to respond in the app. And I'm like, neither do I. This is my first one. So, okay, cool.
What is your experience with that, Larissa?
I haven't had anybody message me privately like that. I'm usually in touch with people. I don't know. I haven't had anyone need to message me like that. So I don't have.
But you know how, because you just send out your weekly email. You do it through email, right?
I do it through email, and we're all talking in there. Like I'm not necessarily.
But I mean, your weekly touch points, like I learned that from you. Like you send an email every week, right? So I was trying to send the email through the app, and then they can't reply that way.
Oh, I see. I do my emailing through Streak. Because I just set it and it just goes for me. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I pre-schedule those too.
I need to hire a Larissa.
What's that?
I need my own Larissa.
I'm like a robot. I schedule everything.
I would just say before we wrap up that as you guys use this, if there are specific things that you feel like could be improved, like make a list and let me know, because I can take that to the Beachbody wall, which is where 5 stars and above can go and they get to communicate with corporate. So I can certainly go there and be like, loving the app. These are, these are the things that we would love to see some improvement on. Is there any progress, or where are you going? And they're really responsive to that kind of feedback. Monica had a quick question. I feel like I can clarify. Do you use your Beachbody password? Like when you go to the portal to create your group, yes, you sign in with your username and password. And then when you go create the app, I don't know if you need to re-sign in again, but other people get a separate password that's different.
Sorry, do you have to have everyone's email address to invite them?
Yes.
Yeah, but you do. When they become a customer of yours, you have it in your...
Well, no, I was thinking for the coach group I'm doing, that I have no one's email address.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, tell them to send your email address. Make a post.
Damn it. See how much work it is already?
Listen, if you want something, you got to work for it. So just damn well do it, Erica.
I'm doing it, Sabrina. Don't worry.
Got called out. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording.